All right, we're at Camping World up here in Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and we got a Coleman loft unit. Now, I can't find a name on this thing, so I'm not sure what the name is, but it's a double slide out. This is going to be your bedroom right here. You step down in it, and that's your living room slide, kitchen slide right there, kind of a combo. But they're really well done. The lofts are kind of short for my tastes, let's say. These are both the same unit. I'll go into this unit right here, but you can see they're really gorgeous. Do a quick walk around the outside here. You got front jacks right there, and this is a towable unit. So I got a feeling this is under 14,000 pounds, even though it's extra tall. So you're gonna be over 13 feet on this rather than just over 12 feet. This guy here is gonna be 13, probably 13.6, size of a semi. So you got to be a little bit more careful if you're towing one of these. So this is the 421 Nova, I guess, right there. There's Camping World in case you want to get a hold of these guys. There's the information. Let's see if I can get out of there. So, but they got the extra large tires. Those are really big RV tires right there, which is nice. So it's got a glass door back here. And I know that's not open. Oh, this is the other one. Oh, I'm doing a walk around on the other one's set up a little bit better. The TV's up and stuff, so I'm going to do that. But you got a big awning all the way along here. Look at this, guys. Very big awning that comes out, and it covers both doors. That's a sliding glass door up there, so you got 2 stairs, 2 doors. So that's really nice, and then the slides are on the other side. Here's your outdoor shower unit right here. It's going to be your city water connection. I'm not sure what that is. There, I thought that was a water connection, but says there's a water connection there, so maybe that's a connection just for the shower, but I'm assuming there's a water pump in there for the shower. I'm gonna go wide. Sorry, I should have done that already. And this is the same stuff here, big awning. And then here's your hot water heater unit right there. And there's your drain system right there, guys. That's kind of an odd one. Look how long it is. It comes way back. This is the gray water for the front, and the other one is actually back here. Here's your normal gray water slash black water exit right here. Sorry, I'm zoomed in a little bit too far, but so there's that right there. So there's not really storage on these guys. So there's your winterized drain right there. That would be your cold water drain for your winterizing your system. But here's your sliding glass door right here. Oh, it's a Homestead. I didn't even notice that. It was on the door. So 421 Nova Homestead. So let's go ahead and jump in this baby. First thing you got is a semi-spiral staircase going up to one of the lofts. This is a 2 loft unit, you guys. So, and there's your other loft right there. So this is really nice. Just coming in right away. Once again, this is a Coleman RV unit. Full-size fridge. Nice setup. We'll get into this in just a second. But I just wanted to point out the aesthetics. So there's no real storage up above, like in a lot of RVs. It's got a fan unit up here. It's got recessed lighting throughout, right there. This must be for the AC unit to come through. I didn't see AC units up on top, so I'm assuming that they're probably underneath, and it's a regular furnace or heat pump system. So I guess we're going to start in the kitchen then, guys. Oh, let me point this out real quick before we move on too. So it's got these big windows up here, right? But they got these nice shades that come down. They could be a little tighter to the wall, so but they're hanging a little bit because we're leaning a little bit this way. So they're hanging a little bit out, but they could be a little tighter to the wall to get it covered. But you can see one's down here and then that's up. So there's your TV. We'll get to that in just a second. But nice big center island, right? And they got the 4 chairs, 2 on each side. So you got a nice bar here, nice sink in the middle. And then you got room over by your stove for cooking and stuff like that. So let's take a look at this real quick. You got your pantry, and this is glass. It's like a frosted glass. You can see through it there. And it's not bad. Look at that. A lot of shelf space in here. So, and then this might be, it's covered up right now, but nope, that's just your border for your, for the slide out. But a lot of times maybe they'll stick one of those pantries you pull out and it just has room for cans, just wide enough for cans. But it's an upper-lower fridge, full-sized residential upper-lower fridge. Really nice. Really nice microwave system here. Nice big, oh, this might be convection. Usually you don't have this in here unless it's convection microwave, which you really don't need because you have a full 4-burner mini. Now it's not a full size, it's a mini, but it is a 4-burner oven and stovetop here. And that is really high end, you guys. That's really nice. This is really well done. So insignia, there's your information on that. And then drawers, they are not soft close drawers because, well, they would probably work, but they're doing the magnet thing because when you're going down the road in one of these. This is kind of a park model, but it is meant to travel. Some of the other park models we're going to be checking out and that we have already checked out, they're 3-axle and they're really not meant to pull around all over the place. You move it maybe once or twice a year, but what you do is you go park it at a permanent campground and you get yourself a spot, and that's your cabin. Instead of buying a cabin, then you have so you got that, your water lines coming in, all that. You've got your RV permanently stationed somewhere, so to speak. So I like this. You get some flavor in the Korean countertop here. Got a plug here. Not a lot of plugs on the wall. There's another plug there. I'm a big fan of plugs being available. There's your cold air return. So yeah, it's a furnace that's underneath. Furnace system, but very nice. Since we're right here, let's do the living room. You got a J couch. We call this a J couch. This will fold out into a full-size bed. So maybe almost a queen, actually. But I like this setup because here's your TV. And below that, you've got a fake fireplace. So it'll have them fake flames going on. And it'll blow heat out really nice. So you can change the flames to be different colors and stuff like that. Not sure what this is, you guys. That might be some sort of control for the sound system in the house. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe there's some speakers up here in the ceiling. Maybe those are speakers. I think those are air coming in right there. Right here. Right there. Here's an AC unit right there, too. So, I'm not sure what these are. I don't think they're speakers, though. So, but this is a retractable TV. So when you're sitting over here, it's actually, we like this a lot because it's head height. You're not up. I hate when they mount a TV up there. It's very uncomfortable to watch. And you don't want it too low on the floor. You kind of want it just up here. You're looking straight ahead and you can see me in the reflection. Woohoo! Here's another plug and some charging for your cell phone and stuff like that, devices. And as long as we're back here, we'll continue on the back. So here's your bathroom. There's a single bath in this thing, and you got a loft. And I really like this loft staircase. They couldn't do that up there because they're limited on space. But I think I finished the kitchen, right, guys? I think you got the cupboards and all that. The pantry, got the sink with the sprayer nozzle and all that. 4 chairs. These chairs are not very good either, by the way. Look how low the backs are. Like, that's a hand. This is really comfortable. That's really done well. But see how it wobbles? They're kind of cheap, but the seat is really nice. I sat on one already, and it's really comfortable. So it's a half and half there. They got a comfortable seat, but not a very comfortable chair itself. So this is your just regular household controller there. You could probably put on a digital controller if you wanted. And like I said, these stairs are really nice stairs, but there's no storage underneath them. So maybe that's where your furnace is mounted, underneath the staircase there. And this is kind of silly. Look at how thin that mattress is. I guess they're giving you something, but you could put a full-size mattress up in here. I don't think you're going to fit a queen in this one, though. But you got a little space there. You got some shelving back there for clothing and stuff like that. You got a plug here. You got a light. You got lights overhead. Once again, these got the recessed lighting. This is a great tiny house alternative because it's got, it's got this bed back here, It's got 3 beds up there. You're going to be surprised at how big that is up there. And then it's got the king size bed in the master. So let's go ahead and go in here now. So you can see that kind of hits into that. So that's not a very good design. See how that's hitting? And I'm going to show you something with the slide. That door there hits into the window. I don't know why they don't put a stopper up there for it, but they should have a little nub here too that stops this from hitting. But, you know. Now, I'm sorry this is going to be really dark in here because the lights aren't on. But I noticed that this one has 2 sinks. I don't think that one there had 2 sinks. I think it had 1. But so this has got a his and her sink combo. Now you got to step down into this, so you got to be careful. But it's got a full shower. Maybe not a full 5-foot. That might just be a 4-foot shower. But it does have a seat. It's got nice controls. And it's got the removable nice sprayer. I'm sorry it's so dark once again. This is your toilet with the foot pedal here. You lift. Usually you lift these to fill them. The old style you did, and then you push them down to flush. But this is probably you push it partway down to fill it. Then you push it all the way down to flush. Toilet paper holder right here. Rather than having a toilet paper thing, dispenser, you just set one on top of here and you keep extra rolls there. And you got storage. You got drawers, so it's nice like that. I like these above sinks. The stuff you're seeing in here, by the way, is their winterization. This has been winterized. And I really like these kind of sinks. This is not the kind that just, or the faucet. This is not the kind that rolls the water out. It actually comes out a spigot below there. But, and then you got a little one in the corner here too for your stuff. Now what's cool about this is I've noticed this in some of these are not. This is just a closet. But this would be your stand-up washer dryer unit. And it's got a light in here too. Lights here, lights everywhere. Really good job with the lighting. But see how that's got the ventilation thing? Sometimes that means there's a furnace in there, but I think they have that if there's a washer dryer in this unit. So I think you could run water lines in a oh, look it does have water lines. So there you go. And lots of plugs. Look at this. I'm not seeing the plug for a 30 amp service. That's just regular plugs, but it does have the hookups and the drain for the washer dryer system in here. I don't think they wanted you to have a stackable, probably just a single unit that does both, and those really are bad. Your clothes take forever to dry. It sucks up tons of power. So sorry about that darkness in there. That's the best I could do. I've tried to figure out how to turn the light on this phone before, and I couldn't do it. They should have a button that's a little bit more easy accessible. But so I showed you the pantry. Here's your spiral staircase. You got to be really careful when you're coming down these. Here's your, oh, look at this. Dual controls. That's great. So there might be 2 systems. Here's your fresh water, checking, battery, all that stuff. And then also your slide outs are right here. Your slide out controls. And this is it's a fan system. That's nice. They must have a super fan. Maybe that's just for that, actually. Sometimes these things will have a super fan that will either take air in or push air out of the ceiling, depending on the temperature inside the building. But that's just a ceiling fan there, so that might be what that's for. But that's your water pump on, gas on, electric water heater on, porch light. There's really no porch. There's an outdoor light, but it's not like they have a built-in deck on this thing. So here's your thing. You got a little banister there, and you've also got your privacy curtains that you can pull around, and then there's a little privacy curtain there too. And I guess this isn't as big as I thought. I was thinking this was a little bit bigger, but you could see you could fit 3 people up here if you wanted to. 3 full-size adults as well. So once again, these cheap mattresses, you get better mattresses and put them up here. Then there's a window there. They got a problem with that window shade right now, but here's another window right here. And then you got an air conditioner there. So that's your dual air. So this one's got its own air conditioner. Then there's one up there. It's not above the loft, but it's close to it. It's right there. I don't know if you remember. This one's up here, AC unit. And then it looks like it has a furnace unit too. So that's pretty cool. Here's some other stuff down here. There's going to be all your fuses and stuff in that box. And That's a vacuum cleaner system, guys. Built-in vacuum. So it probably comes with hoses, so you can do that. Let's check out the master bedroom here. Now here's what I was talking about. Bad design. It's literally hitting the window. They should put a stopper up there or down on the floor so it just stops it right about there, you know. So the first thing you see when you come in here is lots of windows. Look at this bay window. Beautiful. Then you've got a nice big window facing straight in at the bed. You've got a king size bed, regular king. I think they call it a camping king. I'm not sure if that's a slightly different width or anything like that. And you got two little side windows, and above that you've got little storage for phones and whatever you want, books or whatever up on top there, which is nice. And this is a slide out, small slide out. So here you got 4 drawers and a nice countertop. You got plug here. Not seeing enough plugs in this thing, if you ask me. No plug over there. And then on this side, here's another air controller. Maybe that's what these are. So you got the forced air for a couple of the rooms, and then you've got the air conditioning units up on the ceiling for some of the other rooms. So there's your third controller right there, which is really nice. That might be your cold air return down here on the floor. And then you've got your closet with two sliding glass doors on it. So it's a little tight in here. They got a little shelf there. And enough room for plenty of clothes. Maybe that's why that's another closet. So if you're going to live in something like this, you've got, there's probably storage underneath this bed. Let me see if I can lift this up real quick. A lot of times they'll have storage. Yep, look at that. So what's cool is they got a real storage unit here that actually is accessible from the outside too, you guys. I didn't notice that when I was doing the walk around. But it's also got this, which is open. So that's your shoe storage right there. And down below. So you got it down here too. You got a nice little space. So there's 2 nice little spaces there for your shoe storage and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and go out here to finish this up. Look at that. It is a beautiful unit. There's a little bit of issues and stuff, but I'd give it a thumbs up, man. This is really nice. So that's it. There's your tiny house alternative. You can have friends over. If you have kids, it's great. You could actually live in this thing, no problem. If you ask me, me and Truly could definitely live in this. So, well, thanks for watching, guys. Please hit like and subscribe if you like our videos. That'll help our channel grow. Check out another video right there. Check out our channel right here. We got over 2,200 videos. Tiny houses, travel, animals, machinery at work, all kinds of fun stuff. So check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.